The men of our generation wake up late. They've been out the night before until 2 in the morning, drinking, partying, and they get back to bed, sleep like shit, and wake up the next day at midday. But the men of our tribe are different. We wake up every single morning at 6 a.m, rise straight out of our beds and get to productive, hard work. Which one do you want to be, bro? There's a reason why all the top CEOs in this life get up early. And it's not because they want to flex on everyone that they've woken up at 5:30, right? It's because they know that the morning is a sacred time. You need to be up before the enemy, and there's some really key reasons as to why. If you can watch this video from the start to the end, without any distractions, without scrolling down the suggested videos or down to the comments, I can teach you why you need to wake up early in the mornings and exactly how you can become a morning person, how you can become an early riser. Waking up early in the mornings will be one of the most profound changes in your life, and that's for a few very key reasons. Now, the first reason is a simple one, and it's basically just there are less distractions when you get up early, right? If you wake up at 6 a.m, before all your friends, before your family, then there's just 1,000 things less to distract you. There's not going to be messages pinging up on your phone. There's not going to be like your parents downstairs banging and cooking food. There's not going to be your friends in the other room blasting music, having a shower, doing whatever. You're still, and you're completely there just by yourself with your own mind. And this is important. We spoke about it in another video, but it was about optimizing your workplace environment. And the reduction of distraction is one of the key ways to actually become productive while you're doing your work. Because people these days, they're distracted while they work, basically. They multitask and they watch YouTube while they're working on like a project, and at the same time they've got their phone there which is flashing up with notifications, and they're flipping between these tabs. And then they expect to be able to do anything when they're not focusing on anything for more than 10 seconds. Another really important part of getting up early that I don't think enough people talk about is that it reduces the amount of variables that can go wrong before you need to do the things that you need to start doing. So let's say you wake up at like 11, right? And you live a bit of your day before you actually start doing any work. That is a considerable chunk of time that shit can go wrong, basically. You might open up your fucking business spreadsheet and see that stuff's going downhill, right? It's not been performing as well as it usually does. Maybe you'll get a text that's something's gone wrong, right? Maybe your parents will call you and you get into an argument. There are so many things that can go wrong the further you push your work back that just ruin your chances of being productive. Up before the enemy. It's like a really key saying that I heard once, and basically what it means is just wake up before the people you're competing with, because instantly you have an extra 4 hours of your day, right? If you wake up at 6 a.m, do work until 11, and then go to work at, I don't know when, like 5 p.m, maybe you work a restaurant job. Instantly, you have 5 hours more productive time than the person who gets up at 12 and goes to work at 5, right? Instantly. Just by that one little tip, you have double the time of the other person. It's such an actionable step that not enough people do. But how? How do you become an early riser? Because you're probably sat there saying to me, yeah, but Tom, I wake up in the mornings and I feel like fucking shit. I just lie there and scroll on my phone for a bit. I feel so tired and drained that I can't actually do anything. So many people have convinced themselves that they're night owls, right? And I think it's such a bullshit concept, because basically what it tells me is you've been up late the night before with blue light blaring into your eyes, watching porn, eating food. You're not a night owl, you just stimulate yourself too much at night. And of course, the logical response to that is when you wake up in the mornings, you do feel like shit. The reason you're not an early riser isn't because you're a night owl, isn't because you're not a morning person, it's because you've not optimized your life in a way that you can actually get up in the morning and be productive. And it is hard, I get it, right? If I were to tell you to just set your alarm to 5 a.m. tomorrow and just get up and do your work, there is no way you'd be able to do it, man. You'd probably be able to do it maybe for a day, and you'd feel like so fucking shit that the next day you'd sleep even longer and wake up at 1 p.m, right? You can't just switch into becoming a morning person. So there's this concept throughout self-improvement, and in the gym especially, called progressive overload. And that is a great way to start becoming a morning person. It's the best way to naturally shift yourself into that routine. And that's what I think the shift needs to be natural, because if you just flip straight over like a lot of people suggest, it ruins you. So a really easy tip that I used actually was literally just every morning, set your alarm back by 10 minutes. So say you wake up at 9, 8:50 the next day, 8:40, 8:30, push it back by 10 minutes every single day until you reach 6 a.m, right? Until you reach an optimum time to start waking up. And that way you give your brain and you give your body time to adjust to the changes rather than just throwing it right into the deep end. At the same time, when you gradually start to wake up earlier, you'll notice you'll start to go to bed earlier too. Because the thing is, if you've woken up at 6:30, you will be so tired by 8 or 9 p.m. that you're not a fucking night owl anymore, mate. If you wake up at 6 a.m., right, you're not gonna be able to stay up until 2 a.m. the next day. There's just no way. You're not a night owl, you just don't wake up early enough. So that is a really easy, actionable step right there. Push your alarm back by 10 minutes every single day and just notice the profound effects it has on your life. And then when you get up, like we talked about in the last video, go straight into a cold shower and then start your day and start your work. That is crucial. Eat the fucking frog. There's this saying that goes, if you had to eat a frog, right, would you eat it at the beginning of your meal or at the end? And most people say, at the end, right? I'll just get it, leave it till end, like, I don't know, do the nice stuff first. But the clever man says I'll eat it at the beginning. It gets the hard thing out of the way first so that you can actually enjoy the meal after and have the taste of the frog removed from your mouth. But most of us these days, we do the opposite. We leave our work right to the end of the day. And by then, all the variables have gone wrong that can go wrong and you don't really feel like working anymore, so you don't do anything. You're not productive anymore. You need to be waking up early and doing work in the mornings. So yeah, there you go. That's a really easy, actionable step. Set your alarm earlier by 10 minutes every single day. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. Leave a like and a comment. You'll find them right below the subscribe button. And join the Discord. It's a great place full of men just like yourselves who are trying to better themselves, to improve themselves, who are on the same journey as you are. Come there and talk to me and the other guys about your self-improvement journey, about your struggles, about the things that are going wrong, about building a morning routine, about waking up earlier. Anyway, see you in the next video. Manifest excellence. Goodbye.